Hello everyone, today I'd like to tell you about my Scepter Dagger Elementalist build. This is an Arcane based Elementalist build. We'll begin with the traits. The entire build is based on a neat relationship I found with Elemental Surge and Arcane Power. I didn't realize it at first, but when I used it I found that each ability upon using Arcane Power will apply any of the conditions depending on which attunement you're in. I'll give you an example. If we're in Fire Attunement, our next 5 attacks are guaranteed to crit and apply Burning. Now because of this, we use Koi Cakes, which increase condition duration by 40%. This means we get 7 seconds of Burning, 4 1/4 seconds of Chilled, 7 seconds of Blindness, or 1 1/2 seconds of Immobilize on our next 5 attacks. The entire build is based off of getting big crits and applying conditions. So we use Elemental Attunement. Going 30 points into Arcana, there's no way to pass this up. It's just too good, especially the protection and swiftness. Really, really, really good. Arcane Mastery we use because we use 4 arcane skills. Naturally, Arcane Brilliance alone sucks. It is the worst healing skill the Elementalist has. But when you have Arcane Mastery and Elemental Surge, it can apply as conditions, can deal quite a bit of damage, and has a lower cooldown. With these, Arcane Brilliance becomes a useful, maybe not the best, but a useful healing skill. In Air Magic, we take 15 points in so that we can get Lightning Strike. This means when we switch to Air Attunement, they get hit with a Lightning Bolt that can do 2,000 damage every 10 seconds. That's a decent damage, especially for when you're trying to burst someone down. You switch into Air Attunement, use your Lightning Strike here, and even the Sigil of Air for another Lightning Strike. A decent amount of burst damage. We take Bolt to the Heart because we're using Arcane Power. When they get to 33% and we pop that Arcane Power, it's almost a guaranteed kill. Unless they're immune, you're going to kill them. The difficult part can be getting them down to 33%, but hey, that's every fight. Zephyr Speed, not so useful. With Lingering Elements, it gives you a little movement speed increase, but altogether not that great. We go into Air mostly for the critical damage and precision. We want those crits, and we want them big. The critical damage is important here. We go into Earth because toughness and condition damage are also very useful. But more than that, we want Armor of Earth here. Protection and stability when you get down below 50% health. This means that it's very difficult for, say, a warrior to stun lock you down below 50% health. Because if you get stunned and drop below that, you're going to get protection and stability, which makes it harder for them to kill you, and you'll be able to switch to water and heal yourself up faster without them stunning you continuously. It's your only source of stability, and your only way to prevent dying just from stuns. Stone Flesh is really, really good, especially because of Lingering Elements. When we switch to that, you can see we gain 120 toughness, which puts us at 2521. Along with our Rock Barrier, 2771. That's pretty good armor for an Elementalist. It could be higher, but it's pretty good. When we switch to another attunement, we still have it for the next 5 seconds. And in Water Magic, we go 15 points in because Healing Ripple is awesome. 1700 heal every 10 seconds for switching to water. On top of that, Soothing Wave. Every time you get crit, you get regen for 4 seconds, 536 heal. And Soothing Mist. 1000 heal over 10 seconds. Interesting thing about Soothing Mist, it's normally only supposed to last for 10 seconds. But the way it refreshes means that if you switch to water, and then switch to something else, you can see it ticks down, and then back up, and then down, and then back up. So you actually get a lot more. I'm still not in water, and I still have Soothing Mist. And as you can see, water's already recharged. I can go back. This gives you literally permanent Soothing Mist, because it keeps recharging itself. So as long as you keep switching into water, about every 13 seconds or so, you can maintain permanent regen from Soothing Mist. As well, each time you switch in, you get Regeneration, which is another 1000 heal. So you get 1500 from Soothing Mist, 1000 from Regen, and 1700 from Healing Ripple, just from going into water attunement. That's quite a bit of healing. For only a 3-point investment, you get a lot of healing out of that. Or, not 3 point, 15 point, 3 trade investment. So, I went into a few different trees and spread out my points more because this is a celestial build. I wanted to have a spread of different traits. I was hoping to show you this build once I had full celestial ascended gear, but I've not gotten there yet. So instead, where I don't have celestial ascended pieces, I'm using cavaliers here or valkyries here. Once I get my full set of gear, I will be using traveler's runes for the extra 25% movement speed increase. Currently, our only movement speed is the swiftness you get when you switch into air, which is not up all the time, sadly. We need that movement speed increase. So we're going to be using traveler's runes, which gives you more crit damage, more to each stat, boon duration, and condition duration. Everything we're going to need. Fantastic rune for this build. That's what we'll be using. Our food, 40% condition duration, and power from toughness and vitality. I use the condition duration at 40% because conveniently exactly 40% gives you an extra half second on immobilize. And even 1% less will drop the immobilize down to 1 1/4 seconds. And this is really important because you're going to be casting it 5 times. That 1/4 second of immobilize may not seem too important, but over 5 casts, it's going to be a second and a fourth of immobilize. That's quite a bit you're missing. It also helps little bits in other attunements as well. For burning, chill, blindness, all those sorts of things, it affects them. So the 40% condition duration, definitely the best food for this build. I chose Scepter Dagger because Phoenix and Fire Grab do incredible burst damage, especially when combined with Arcane Power. If you say cast a Phoenix and then start casting Fire Grab with Arcane Power up and switch to Earth Attunement, you can immobilize them when the Phoenix lands and almost guarantee your Fire Grab is going to land. And you can also immobilize them using Arcane Blast in Earth Attunement while they're in Churning Earth. A lot of people wait till the last second to try and dodge roll out of Churning Earth, so if you immobilize them about a second before it ends, they're going to be stuck there and they don't have enough time to react and try and remove the condition and then dodge roll. They're going to get caught unaware. So once again, you charge the Churning Earth, and then a second before it goes off, hit them with Arcane Blast and they'll be stuck there. Also, you can use Arcane Shield and it'll apply Immobilize if they break it, and it'll prevent you from getting stunned. Also, what you can do, a lot of people like to blind the Churning Earth, so charge it, and then switch to air and it'll lightning strike them, which will break the blind. Or you can use Blinding Flash and another lightning strike all while you're charging the Churning Earth, and that will break the blind too. Of course, now you can't immobilize them with Arcane Blast unless you've already done that. So you can be in Earth, immobilize them with that, switch to air, break the blind. It almost guarantees that you're going to land Churning Earth. And if you have Arcane Power up, that's going to be a 10,000 crit most of the time, followed by 6,000 bleeding damage. This ability alone will kill some people, especially when it crits. So using your arcane abilities correctly, you can really, really land the Churning Earth. If you want to be even more... If you really, really want to land it, you can get Lightning Flash. And that means you can charge the Churning Earth, immobilize them from range, and then teleport on top of them and guarantee the crit. And they have no way of getting out of it except by dodge rolling before the Arcane Blast hits them, or going immune. That's their only choice. They might assume they're going to teleport on you're going to teleport on top of them, but if they don't, they usually won't be threatened when you're far away from them. But then the Lightning Flash will land you right on top of them and do tons of damage. This will crit for 2,000 to 3,000. This will crit with Arcane Power for 2,000 to 3,000, and this will crit for 10,000 and leave 6,000 damage. And if you land this combo, they're dead. Especially something like a Thief or a Mesmer, they're dead. It's fantastic. So using your abilities correctly and the combos, you can really burst someone down fast and do a ton of damage, even with Celestial gear. you're going to be doing a ton of damage. In fact, with Ascended Celestial Gear, you have higher crit damage than if you had Ascended Berserker's Gear. Yeah, you actually have 2% higher critical damage, but not as much power from Berserkers, of course. So, oh, one more thing. Conjure Fiery Greatsword. Why do we use this? Well, you can be in whichever attunement you like, and still have the same abilities. Which means that if I want to chill them, I can go into water, hit Arcane Power. My next 5 attacks are guaranteed to crit, and chill them for 4 seconds. That is 20 seconds of chilled just from critting them. Plus, if you're immobilized, you can use Fiery Whirl and it'll evade and do tons of damage. You can chase or run away using Fiery Rush, and this ability does decent damage too. So if you put that down and someone wants to stay in the same spot, like an engineer, they love sitting next to their turrets, drop this on their turrets, it'll destroy them and do a ton of damage to them as well. Altogether, Fiery Greatsword is just amazing in World v. World for chasing, running away, dealing tons of damage, especially with Arcane Power. Just a great weapon. Your other choices are Glyph of Elementals and Reaper of Grenth if you're a human, and those will work just fine too. I just prefer the Fiery Greatsword because I couldn't fit in a conjured weapon anywhere else around here. So that's the build. Comment and subscribe. If you have any questions or any suggestions for the build, I'm always open to critique. The build is not perfect. There's several things I want to try and include and change. So leave your comments in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.